Welcome to the channel. Here, we honor the legendary figures we've lost, but whose legacies continue to inspire us every day. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the bell so you never miss a tribute. Stick around till the end, we promise there's always something meaningful waiting for you. Wayne Osmond, born on August 28, 1951, in Ogden, Utah, was not just a musician, he was an embodiment of the American musical tradition and family values. As the fourth child in the renowned Osmond family, Wayne's life story is intertwined with the broader saga of one of the most influential and beloved musical families in American history. His name is forever linked to the rise of the Osmonds, a group whose music and performances transcended generations and captivated millions around the world. Wayne's early life was shaped by the close-knit bonds of the Osmond family, who were united not only by their familial love but also by their shared commitment to music. Growing up in a home where harmony, faith, and music were paramount, Wayne's natural musical talent blossomed. His father, George Osmond, a devout member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, LDS, recognized the musical potential in his sons and nurtured their voices from a young age. Alongside his brothers Alan, Merrill, and Jay, Wayne began performing at local events and quickly developed a reputation for his pitch-perfect voice, an ability that would become a hallmark of his career. In 1958, the Osmond brothers formed a barbershop quartet. This modest beginning would set the stage for their meteoric rise to fame. Their harmonies, based on the traditional barbershop style, were captivating, and they quickly gained attention from music industry professionals. However, it was a chance encounter in 1961 that would change their lives forever. The Osmonds were discovered by J. Emerson Williams, the father of singer Andy Williams, while performing at Disneyland. Impressed by their talent and charm, Williams introduced them to his son Andy, who was a star at the time. Andy Williams took an immediate interest in the young Osmonds, offering them a spot on his popular television show, The Andy Williams Show, where they would remain regular performers from 1962 to 1969. The Osmonds' appearances on The Andy Williams Show marked the beginning of their rise to fame. They became a household name, not only for their musical talents but also for their wholesome image. As part of the Osmond family's unique appeal, Wayne and his brothers were known for their disciplined work ethic, their dedication to faith, and their clean-cut appearances, which contrasted sharply with the more rebellious image of many other musical acts of the time. This combination of musical prowess and moral integrity endeared them to audiences across the United States, particularly to middle-class families seeking positive role models in the entertainment industry. In the early 1970s, as pop music evolved, so too did the Osmonds. Under the guidance of MGM Records, they transitioned from their earlier barbershop style into a more contemporary pop and rock sound. This shift was partly influenced by the success of the Jackson 5, whose energetic performances and catchy pop songs had captured the hearts of young audiences. The Osmonds, eager to keep pace with this musical revolution, sought to expand their sound and appeal to a broader demographic. The result was the release of the song One Bad Apple in 1970. Originally intended for the Jacksons, the song became a massive hit for the Osmonds, propelling them to international stardom. Its catchy melody and infectious energy marked a new era for the band, and Wayne, with his versatile musical skills, played a pivotal role in this transformation. Wayne's musical talents extended beyond his work as a vocalist. Proficient in multiple instruments, he was known for his ability to play the guitar, drums, and bass. His versatility was a key element in shaping the Osmond sound, allowing them to experiment with different musical styles and achieve a level of complexity in their arrangements that set them apart from many of their contemporaries. Wayne's keen musical ear and perfect pitch were invaluable assets to the band, helping to refine their harmonies and arrangements to perfection. These skills, combined with his strong stage presence and natural charisma, made Wayne one of the most beloved members of the Osmonds. In addition to his musical career, Wayne also pursued acting. As a young child, he appeared alongside his brothers in the ABC Western series The Travels of Jamie McPheeters, 1963 to 1964, where he portrayed Leviticus Kissel. His ability to blend acting with music was a testament to the Osmond family's multifaceted talents. While the Osmonds would ultimately become known primarily for their music, Wayne's early work in television demonstrated his versatility as an entertainer, a quality that would serve him well throughout his career. Wayne remained deeply committed to his faith and his family. A lifelong member of the LDS Church, Wayne often spoke about the influence of his religion on his personal and professional life. He credited his faith for providing him with a strong moral foundation and guiding him through the challenges of fame and the pressures of the entertainment industry. In interviews, Wayne was open about his commitment to living a virtuous life, choosing to stay away from the temptations that often accompany celebrity status. This dedication to faith and family was reflected in his music, which was often imbued with messages of love, hope, and perseverance. In 1974, Wayne married Kathleen White, and together they raised 5 children. His commitment to his family was unwavering, and he often spoke of the joy and fulfillment that came from being a husband and father. Despite the demands of his career, Wayne always made time for his family, and his role as a father was one of the most important aspects of his life. His marriage to Kathleen was a source of strength throughout his career, and their partnership served as a model of love and devotion. However, Wayne's life was not without its challenges. In 1997, he was diagnosed with a brain tumor, a diagnosis that would change the course of his life. The news was a devastating blow, and Wayne's battle with the tumor tested his physical and emotional strength. Fortunately, the treatment was successful, and Wayne's life was saved. However, the aftermath of the illness left him with a significant hearing loss, requiring him to rely on a cochlear implant to hear. Despite this setback, Wayne's passion for music and performance remained undiminished. He continued to tour with his brothers, Merrill and Jay, even as Alan retired from performing due to his struggles with multiple sclerosis. Wayne's resilience in the face of such adversity was an inspiration to many, and his ability to continue performing despite his hearing loss was a testament to his dedication to his craft and his love for his fans. In 2012, Wayne suffered a stroke, which left him unable to play the guitar. This event marked the end of his active performance career, but it did not signal the end of his involvement in the music world. Even after his stroke, Wayne remained an active mentor to younger members of the Osmond family, particularly his nephew David Osmond, who followed in the family's musical footsteps. Wayne's guidance and wisdom were invaluable to David and to the next generation of Osmonds, who looked to him as both a musical mentor and a family patriarch. Wayne's love for aviation was another facet of his personality that endeared him to those who knew him. Nicknamed Wings for his passion for flying, Wayne was an avid pilot who took great pride in his ability to navigate the skies. Unfortunately, as his health declined in his later years, Wayne was no longer able to pursue this hobby, but his love of aviation remained a defining part of his character. In 2018, Wayne made what was intended to be his final appearance with the Osmonds. However, in 2019, he returned for a surprise performance on CBS's The Talk, as a special birthday gift for his sister Marie Osmond. This performance was a poignant moment in Wayne's career, highlighting his deep love for his family and his enduring passion for music. It also served as a reminder of his legacy, which continues to resonate with fans and family alike. On January 1, 2025, Wayne Osmond passed away at the age of 73, following complications from a severe stroke. His death marked the end of an era for the Osmonds, but his legacy lives on through his music, his family, and the countless lives he touched over the course of his career. Wayne Osmond was more than just a musician, he was a husband, a father, a brother, and a friend. His life was a testament to the power of faith, the importance of family, and the enduring impact of music. Wayne Osmond's story is one of resilience, love, and dedication. His contributions to music, his family, and his community will never be forgotten. Through his work with the Osmonds, Wayne helped to define an era of entertainment, blending pop, rock, and family values in a way that continues to inspire new generations of music lovers. His legacy will forever be remembered as a shining example of what it means to live a life of purpose, passion, and integrity. John Capodice, December 25, 1941 to December 30, 2024, was a versatile and well-respected American character actor whose career spanned over 4 decades. Born in Chicago, Illinois, Capitis' journey into acting was both deliberate and grounded in a passion for the craft. His long and varied career saw him make lasting impressions in television, film, theater, and even voice work, with his performances remaining beloved by fans and colleagues alike. With a career that saw him transition from television guest spots to memorable film roles, Capote became a staple in American entertainment. His passing on December 30, 2024, at the age of 83 marked the end of an era for a truly iconic character actor, leaving behind a legacy that will continue to inspire. Capitis' acting career began in the late 1970s when he started taking on small but significant roles in television. His first notable appearance came in 1978 when he was cast in a role on the ABC soap opera Ryan's Hope. This marked the beginning of his career on the small screen. His portrayal of Lloyd Lord in a 6-episode arc helped establish Capote as a rising talent, and his ability to bring life to even brief roles quickly gained him recognition. Although he was just beginning to carve out a place for himself in the entertainment industry, Capitis' impressive performance in Ryan's Hope demonstrated his potential for taking on more varied roles across different genres. Following his debut on Ryan's Hope, Capitis' career continued to evolve. He went on to appear in guest spots on a variety of popular television series throughout the 1980s and 1990s, further cementing his reputation as a reliable and talented character actor. His extensive television resume includes appearances on beloved shows such as Spencer, For Hire, Kate and Allie, Seinfeld, Murder, She Wrote, Murphy Brown, Knots Landing, Hunter, and Law and Order. On Seinfeld, Capote appeared in the episode The Revenge, 1991, where he played a laundromat customer. His ability to fit seamlessly into these ensemble casts was one of the factors that made Capote so widely recognized. In each of these appearances, whether in a drama or a comedy, he effortlessly brought his unique charm and character to the screen, making each role memorable. One of the standout moments in Capitis' career came in 1989 when he appeared as a guest star on the television series Moonlighting. In this particular episode, Capote played a character involved in a complex comedic plotline. His role in Moonlighting showcased his remarkable ability to navigate between comedy and drama, establishing him as an actor capable of pulling off multifaceted performances. His appearances in these shows demonstrated his incredible adaptability and his ability to enhance the overall dynamic of any production. Throughout his career, Capote also appeared in a number of television commercials that contributed to his public recognition. One of his most well-known commercials was for Polly-O String Cheese, which aired in the 1980s. In this commercial, Capote played Fred, a confused pizzeria owner who is asked to make a pizza with extra cheese but hold the tomato sauce and the crust. This humorous commercial became an iconic part of Capitis' career and further showcased his comedic timing and ability to bring humor to everyday situations. Capitis' likable, down-to-earth persona made him the perfect fit for these light-hearted commercial roles, and he quickly became a recognizable figure in the world of advertising as well. His role as a trucker who gives medical advice in a popular dime-tap cold medicine ad also earned him recognition in the advertising world. While Capote was known for his television and commercial work, he also made a significant impact on the stage. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, Capote began performing in off-Broadway productions, with one of his first major theater credits being his role as a prison guard in the play Getting Out at Marymount Manhattan Theater in 1978. This play, written by Marcia Norman, focuses on the struggles of a woman adjusting to life after prison, and Capitis' performance in this production was praised for its depth and nuance. Getting Out was well received, winning 2 Outer Critics Circle Awards in 1979, and Capitis' involvement in the production was a testament to his talent and versatility as an actor. His role in the play demonstrated his ability to transition between stage and screen work, further expanding his range as an actor. Capitis' stage credits also included his involvement in the Broadway production of Requiem for a Heavyweight, a play by Rod Serling. This production starred major actors like John Lithgow, George Segal, and John C. McGinley, and Capitis' contribution to the cast helped elevate the performance. His theater work, while less frequent than his television and film roles, was another essential part of his career that showcased his range and commitment to the craft. In addition to his work on television and stage, Capitis' career spanned numerous films, many of which became cult classics. His first significant film role came in 1982 when he appeared as Doyle in the film Q, a low-budget horror movie about a giant, flying reptile terrorizing New York City. This marked the beginning of a long and successful film career for Capitis, who would go on to appear in a series of diverse films in the years to follow. His role in The Secret of My Success, 1987, in which he played a character in the KRS building, further solidified Capitis' place in Hollywood. His performance in Wall Street, 1987, as Dominic, was another example of his dramatic skills. Capitis was able to play characters that ranged from comedic to serious, showcasing his remarkable ability to shift between genres with ease. In 1989, Capitis starred in the film Family Business, where he portrayed Tommy. The film, which starred Sean Connery, Dustin Hoffman, and Matthew Broderick, focused on a family of criminals, and Capitis' performance added depth to the ensemble cast. The same year, he appeared in See No Evil, Hear No Evil, a comedy starring Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor. Capitis' role as Scotto, a police detective, added to his comedic resume, and the film became a cult favorite. These early roles established Capitis as a sought-after supporting actor in Hollywood, known for his strong character work and ability to contribute to diverse ensemble casts. The 1990s were a particularly productive time for Capitis in the world of film. He appeared in a variety of successful films during this period, including Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, 1994, where he played Sergeant Aguado, and Naked Gun 33 1/3, The Final Insult, 1994, where he portrayed Mr. Big. In Speed, 1994, Capitis' role as Bob, the bus driver, helped to elevate the film's ensemble cast, which included Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock. Capitis' performances in these films were notable for their ability to stand out even in a crowded ensemble, further proving his knack for creating memorable characters. Capitis continued to enjoy success in films such as Independence Day, 1996, where he played Mario, and Enemy of the State, 1998, where he appeared as older worker number 1. His roles in these major blockbuster films showcased his versatility, as he transitioned from action-packed thrillers to high-stakes dramas. Throughout this period, Capitis' ability to adapt to a wide range of film genres allowed him to remain a prominent and respected figure in Hollywood. In the 2000s and beyond, Capitis continued to work consistently, appearing in films such as The Phantom, 1996, True Friends, 1998, and The Street Sweeper, 2002. His voice work in the 2010 video game Mafia 2, where he voiced the character Sidney Penn, added another dimension to his career. His final film role was in the 2023 animated film Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, where he voiced a cab driver, a fitting way to close out his long and diverse career in entertainment. Off-screen, Capitis led a relatively private life, living in Los Angeles and later in Blauvelt, New York. His personal life remained grounded, and he was known for his warm and approachable demeanor, which earned him the affection of those who worked with him. Capitis' passing in December 2024 left a void in the entertainment industry, but his legacy lives on through the many roles he played and the impact he had on the people he worked with. Throughout his career, Capitis was known for his dedication to his craft, his commitment to bringing authenticity and depth to every role, and his ability to make even small roles memorable. His characters were never one-dimensional, rather, they were multifaceted, grounded in reality, and often infused with humor and humanity. Capitis' legacy as a character actor is one of enduring respect and admiration, and his contributions to television, film, and theater continue to resonate with audiences today. He will be remembered not just for the characters he portrayed, but for the way he made them come to life in the hearts of fans. Peter Waters Dingley, known professionally as Johnny Walker, was born on March 30, 1945, in Oulton, Warwickshire, England, and became one of the most beloved and iconic radio personalities in the UK. His career began in 1966 when he joined the popular pirate radio station Swinging Radio England, before moving on to Radio Caroline. In 1969, he became one of the hosts at BBC Radio 1, where his name became synonymous with British radio culture. From 1998 onwards, Johnny Walker became a staple of BBC Radio 2, where he continued to make his mark, hosting programs like Sounds of the 70s and the Radio 2 Rock Show. His career was full of twists and turns, but his unwavering love for music and his audience kept him relevant for decades. Johnny Walker was born into a family with a rich history in local industry. His father, who worked in electroplating equipment for car parts at W. Canning & Company in Birmingham, and his mother, Mary Dingley, a conservative councillor in Solihull from 1979 to 1991, both played significant roles in the community. Growing up in Solihull, Johnny attended two independent schools, Ruckley School and Solihull School. Although his academic record wasn't stellar, failing his O-level exams, he developed a deep interest in music during his school years. He also enjoyed playing rugby, but his real passion was always in music. After his academic struggles, Johnny briefly pursued a career as a garage manager's apprentice, later studying for a City and Guilds qualification in motor mechanics at Gloucester Technical College. His original aspiration was to become a car salesman, but music was always calling him. He began his journey into the world of radio as a DJ, performing at local bars and ballrooms, where he first honed his craft. It was clear that radio, and not car sales, was his true calling. His big break came in May 1966 when he joined Swinging Radio England, one of the leading offshore pirate radio stations. The pirate stations were considered illegal by the British government, but they became hugely popular, offering a new platform for music that mainstream BBC stations did not provide at the time. Radio Caroline, another famous pirate station, also became a major part of Johnny Walker's early career. After the government crackdown forced the closure of pirate stations in 1967, Johnny and a few other presenters continued broadcasting on Radio Caroline until 1968. His theme tune during this time was Dwayne Eddy's 1960 hit, Because They're Young, a track he would later rework into the intro for his Radio 2 drive time show. In 1969, Johnny Walker's career reached new heights when he joined BBC Radio 1. He began with a 2-hour Saturday afternoon show and quickly gained a following. By 1970, he moved to a weekday morning show, before transitioning into the lunchtime slot in 1971. His show featured a popular music quiz called Pop the Question, and a weekly chart rundown based on research from the British Market Research Bureau. His ability to connect with listeners made him a key figure at Radio 1 throughout the 1970s. In 1976, Walker's relationship with BBC management became strained after he expressed his opinion about the music being played on Radio 1, particularly criticizing the Bay City Rollers hit, Give a Little Love, calling it musical garbage. This controversy led him to leave Radio 1 and move to the United States. For 5 years, he worked for various radio stations in the U.S., including KSAN in San Francisco, KPFA in Berkeley, and WHFS in Bethesda, Maryland. He also recorded shows for Radio Luxembourg before a mishap in the studio, taping a record at the wrong speed while partying, caused him to take a step back. By the early 1980s, Walker returned to the UK and began working in local radio. He presented an evening show on Radio West and later worked at Wiltshire Radio, where he was part of the team that formed GWR after the merger of the two stations. In 1987, Walker rejoined BBC Radio 1, this time presenting the stereo sequence, which later became known as the Saturday sequence. The show was popular, and he continued to build a loyal following. His career took another turn in 1988 when he joined BBC GLR, the BBC's new local radio station in London. He presented a weekday slot, and after a few months, he moved to the 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. slot, where his witty and engaging style helped him stand out among other presenters. In 1990, he became a host at BBC Radio 5, presenting This Family Business and later the AM Alternative. Despite his popularity, his career at BBC GLR was short-lived after a comment he made regarding the resignation of Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher led to his dismissal from the station. Walker continued his career at BBC Radio 5, but in 1991, he returned to Radio 1 and resumed hosting the Saturday sequence, which was eventually renamed The Saturday Show. His time at Radio 1 continued until 1995, after which he briefly worked at London's talk radio station LBC and Classic Gold stations around the UK. In 1998, Johnny Walker made the move to BBC Radio 2, where his career would truly flourish. He began by hosting a Saturday afternoon show, but his major breakthrough came when he took over from John Dunn and presented a show from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Walker became an integral part of Radio 2, and his show was one of the station's most popular during the late 1990s and 2000s. In 1999, Johnny Walker's career was momentarily derailed by a tabloid scandal, but he returned to the airwaves soon after, hosting his drive time show on Radio 2. During the 2000s, he continued to bring music, interviews, and stories to his listeners, earning a reputation for his professionalism and his deep love of music. In 2006, he retired from hosting drive time on Radio 2 and moved to Sunday afternoons, where he hosted Sounds of the 70s. Walker's commitment to his audience remained unwavering throughout his career, even as he faced personal health challenges. In 2003, he revealed that he had been diagnosed with cancer and took time off from broadcasting to focus on his recovery. He returned to the airwaves in 2004, resuming his show and continuing his work for BBC Radio 2. In 2006, he also began to host documentary programs and interviews with musicians. In 2009, Johnny Walker began hosting Pirate BBC Essex, a special program celebrating the history of pirate radio. The show highlighted the impact that pirate stations like Radio Caroline had on British radio, and Walker's deep connection to that era added an extra layer of authenticity to the broadcasts. He continued to host Sounds of the 70s and The Rock Show until 2024, when his health began to decline. On October 6, 2024, Johnny Walker announced his retirement from broadcasting after 58 years of work due to his worsening health. His final show aired on October 27, 2024, with emotional tributes from artists like Rod Stewart, who thanked Walker for playing his music on the radio over the years. Walker's last broadcast included his final song, Amazing Grace, by Judy Collins, and marked the end of an era in British radio. He was replaced by Bob Harris on Sounds of the 70s, while Sean Keaveney took over The Rock Show. Walker's personal life was just as eventful as his professional career. He married Frances Cum in 1971, and the couple had 2 children, a daughter named Beth and a son named Sam. After his divorce, he married Tiggy Gatfield in 2002. Tiggy was a key part of his life, and together, they became patrons of Carers UK, a charity supporting people who care for others with serious health conditions. Tiggy published a book in 2015 detailing her own battle with breast cancer, with all proceeds going to the charity. In 2024, Walker was diagnosed with idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, a condition that led to inflammation in his lungs. He continued broadcasting from his home in Dorset, where his wife, Tiggy, cared for him full-time. Despite his illness, he remained upbeat and continued to work until his health declined significantly. On December 31, 2024, Johnny Walker passed away at the age of 79. His death was announced by the BBC, and tributes poured in from fans, artists, and colleagues. Helen Thomas, head of BBC Radio 2, expressed the heartbreak felt by the entire station, while BBC Director General Tim Davie praised Walker for being a pioneer of pop radio and a champion of great music. Walker's widow, Tiggy, expressed her pride in her husband's strength and humor until the end, noting that he would be celebrating New Year's Eve with a stash of great musicians in heaven. Johnny Walker leaves behind a legacy as one of the most influential and beloved broadcasters in British history, a true pioneer in the world of radio. His dedication to music, his listeners, and his passion for storytelling made him a household name, and his impact on the radio industry will be felt for generations to come. Arnold Schwarzenegger's life story is a testament to determination, ambition, and the power of reinvention. Born on July 30, 1947, in Thal, a small village in Austria, Arnold Alois Schwarzenegger grew up in modest circumstances. His father, Gustav Schwarzenegger, a strict disciplinarian and local police chief, and his mother, Aurelia, instilled in Arnold a sense of discipline and hard work from a young age. The environment of post-war Austria shaped his early life, and despite the challenges of a modest upbringing, young Arnold dreamed of something greater. His ambitions would eventually take him far beyond the borders of his small village. Arnold's first passion was sports, particularly soccer, but by the age of 14, he had discovered bodybuilding, a sport that would change his life. Inspired by Reg Park, a British bodybuilding champion and film star, Arnold began to train with makeshift weights, demonstrating a level of focus and dedication that belied his years. Despite limited resources, he pushed himself relentlessly, often sneaking into gyms to train. By the age of 18, he had won the Mr. Europe Junior title, a sign of the greatness to come. In 1968, at just 21 years old, Schwarzenegger made a life-changing decision to move to the United States, driven by a dream of becoming the world's greatest bodybuilder. Arriving in California with little money and limited English skills, he faced significant challenges. However, his unrelenting work ethic and charisma set him apart. Under the mentorship of Joe Weider, a prominent figure in the bodybuilding world, Arnold's career began to flourish. Over the next few years, he dominated the sport, winning the prestigious Mr. Olympia title a record 7 times, solidifying his status as a bodybuilding legend. His impressive physique, paired with his marketing savvy, earned him the nickname, the Austrian Oak, and helped popularize bodybuilding worldwide. While still competing in bodybuilding, Arnold began to prepare for his next career move. Understanding the importance of planning for the future, he took business and acting classes, showing a remarkable ability to think strategically about his career. His first exposure to the entertainment industry came with the documentary Pumping Iron, 1977, which chronicled his journey in the bodybuilding world. The film brought him into the public eye and showcased his larger-than-life personality, paving the way for his Hollywood career. Arnold's breakthrough in film came with Conan the Barbarian, 1982, a sword and sorcery epic that showcased his physical presence and screen charisma. The success of the film and its sequel, Conan the Destroyer, 1984, cemented his place in Hollywood. However, it was his role as the relentless cyborg assassin in James Cameron's The Terminator, 1984, that launched him to global stardom. His performance, paired with the now iconic line, "I'll be back," made him an international sensation. Arnold became one of the most recognizable and bankable action stars of the 1980s and 1990s, starring in blockbusters like Predator, 1987, Total Recall, 1990, Commando, 1985, and True Lies, 1994. Arnold also demonstrated his range as an actor by branching into comedy. Films like Twins, 1988, where he starred alongside Danny DeVito, Kindergarten Cop, 1990, and Junior, 1994, showcased his comedic timing and endeared him to a broader audience. His ability to balance action-packed roles with light-hearted comedic performances made him a unique figure in Hollywood. Parallel to his entertainment career, Arnold proved himself a savvy businessman. He invested his earnings wisely, particularly in real estate, amassing a fortune that allowed him financial independence. He also capitalized on his fitness background, establishing gyms and fitness-related enterprises that further solidified his brand. His business ventures reflected his discipline and strategic thinking, qualities that had propelled him to success in bodybuilding and acting. Arnold's personal life has been equally eventful. In 1986, he married Maria Shriver, a journalist and a member of the Kennedy family. Their union brought together two high-profile worlds and garnered significant media attention. Together, they had 4 children, Catherine, Christina, Patrick, and Christopher. The couple appeared to embody the American dream, balancing family life with demanding careers. However, their marriage faced challenges, and they separated in 2011 following revelations of Arnold fathering a child with the family's housekeeper. In 2003, Arnold entered a new phase of his life by venturing into politics. Running as a Republican, he won the California gubernatorial recall election, earning him the nickname, the Governator. Serving as governor of California from 2003 to 2011, Schwarzenegger focused on environmental initiatives, infrastructure improvements, and fiscal reform. Despite challenges, including the global economic downturn of 2008, he championed renewable energy policies and positioned California as a leader in environmental legislation. His tenure was not without controversy, but he left office with a reputation as a pragmatic and determined leader. After leaving political office, Arnold returned to acting, reprising his role as the Terminator in films like Terminator Genisys, 2015, and Terminator, Dark Fate, 2019. He also embraced his role as a global public figure, advocating for environmental issues and fitness. In 2012, he published his autobiography, Total Recall: My Unbelievably True Life Story, offering a candid account of his journey and the principles that guided his success. One of the hallmarks of Arnold's life is his extraordinary work ethic. Whether training for bodybuilding, preparing for a film role, or serving as a public official, he has consistently approached every challenge with unwavering determination. His motto, "Stay Hungry," reflects his belief in the importance of setting ambitious goals and continuously striving for improvement. Arnold's impact extends far beyond his professional achievements. As a philanthropist, he has supported numerous causes, including after-school programs, education, and environmental conservation. He has used his platform to promote health and wellness, encouraging people worldwide to adopt active lifestyles. His annual Arnold Sports Festival, one of the largest multi-sport events globally, exemplifies his commitment to fitness and competition. Arnold's legacy is multifaceted. He is celebrated as a bodybuilding icon who redefined physical standards, a Hollywood superstar who brought action films to new heights, and a public servant who worked to make a difference. His life story, marked by triumphs and challenges, serves as an inspiring example of what can be achieved through hard work, vision, and resilience. Schwarzenegger's journey is a testament to the power of transformation. From a small village in Austria to the heights of global fame, he has continually reinvented himself, proving that with determination and focus, it is possible to excel in multiple fields. His story embodies the spirit of the American dream, inspiring millions worldwide to pursue their aspirations with courage and conviction. Today, Arnold remains active in various roles, from acting to philanthropy, and continues to influence and inspire people around the globe. His life is a vivid reminder that success is not a destination but a journey fueled by passion, dedication, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Thank you for watching. We hope this tribute helped keep the memory of these legends alive. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories. Until next time, take care and keep their legacies in your heart.